All right, we're back. Talking about money now, focusing on money. Actually, and this is why we talked about the 4 basics or the 5 basics, which is master the 4 basics. That's the 5th basic, master the 4 basics. Who do you listen to? Teachability index, training balance scale, and the 4 steps. You can see how that is the foundation of everything we're learning here, because if we understand those concepts, then we'll learn how to apply these concepts better. The training balance scale says on one side it's the why, the thinking, the thoughts, the motivation, the attitude. And the other side is the how, the techniques, the skills, the methods, the strategies, the actions, the doing. We pointed out that 99.9% of making money or getting anything that you want or having, being, or doing anything in your life and creating anything and everything in your life, 99.9% of it is the thoughts. It's using your brain to put out a vibration, and then by law of attraction, the universe will give you circumstances, situations, and events and people to create that and bring into you, into your life, that which you're vibrating. But it'll give you events, situations, people which match the feeling, to give you matching feelings. This is why people always say, I wasn't vibrating, I wasn't thinking about a car crash. I wasn't thinking about falling down the stairs. No, but whatever feeling that event gave you, that's what you were vibrating. You were vibrating that emotion and feeling. Now you can create a specific thing by vibration, but when you're putting that out, the universe will give you circumstances, events, situations, and people which match your feeling that you're vibrating. That's what we have to be aware of. Now when we're talking about money, how do we apply this to money? Because I am going to give you a couple specific hows or techniques and things that I'm going to do. However, the action steps are really not that relevant, and because there are virtually millions of different scenarios to make money, it's really stupid and impossible for somebody to say, I'm going to teach you a specific way to make money, because the method that I would teach may apply to you but may not apply to you. It may be something you really enjoy and want, but you wouldn't. So more important is for you to find the various methods and techniques of making money that you want, that give you the feeling that you want, and the universe will bring that into your life. But I'm going to give you some things to help you think about some certain things and focus on some certain things so you can bring into your life those certain things. So the first most important thing about making money is to want money. That's the first most important thing. You must want it. Specifically, money. At whatever level you choose. Again, the first rule or the first step of the 4-step procedure is define what you want. So if you want money, how much money do you want? That amount, again, has to be a number that when you think about it, you feel good. If you feel bad, that means it's out of the sweet spot. Because if you come up with a number, I want $1 million, and you think about that, but you feel bad, that means you're not ready to focus on that, because you're going to be pulled to thinking about the lack of it and how am I going to get that? That'll never happen to me. And then you're focusing on that, and you know that because you're feeling bad, and you'll draw in more of lack. So everybody's amount of money is different. Some of you may say, I just want a certain amount of money to help start paying down my debt. You need to come up with a dollar amount of money that you want, that you can focus on initially, that you feel good about. Now, some of you may be able to use a more general approach instead of a specific amount and saying, I just want some more money so I can relieve some of my financial pressure. And so you may be able to think about more money, and when you think about just some money, any amount's fine, just some money to help relieve some pressure, maybe that is your sweet spot. And you don't have to come up with a specific amount at all. And some of you may even take a different approach and going, I just want to feel financially secure and financially free without coming up with a specific amount at all. You're now working on a feeling. I remember the 3 ways you can define your dream or define your goal or define your want is with specificity, a specific dollar amount. I want $10,000 a month. I want $50,000. I want $100,000. I want $1 million. I want $50 million. I want $100 million. I want $1 billion. Whatever a dollar amount is, that's with specificity, with no time limit attached. The second way is general. I just want some money, some more money to do a certain thing. And the third one is just a feeling. I want to feel secure in my finances. I want to feel financially free. Now, by the way, when you're focusing on this, you wouldn't say, I want to feel no burdens financially. I don't want to feel any more financial pressure. That can't be a goal, because whatever you think about, you'll get. If you're thinking about a goal of, I don't want to feel financial pressure, you're thinking about financial pressure. Do you understand that? If you say, I don't want to have any more financial burdens, you're thinking about financial burdens. Now, this applies to everything. When you think of anything you want, you must think of what you want, not what you don't want. If you're looking at a relationship, for example, you can't say, okay, I want a person who doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. No, because you're thinking about a person who's smoking and drinking. That's the vibration, because you're focusing on that. You would rather say, I want a person who lives a very healthy lifestyle, like me. So you must always put wants, desires, dreams, goals in the positive. Don't say, I want somebody who doesn't do this, or I want no more of this, or I don't want this. See, some people, when they say, tell me what you want in life. Well, I don't want to be overweight anymore. No, you want to be thin. See the difference? I want to stop having food cravings. No, you want to have a normal appetite. I don't want any more stress. No, you want to feel secure and content and relaxed. Do you understand? You always must put your wants, goals, dreams, and desires in the affirmative, in the positive sense. That way you're focusing on what you want. So always remember that. So you have 3 ways of figuring out your financial goal. A specific amount, and this will change from time to time as you go through the process. So over the next days, weeks, and months, you'll start changing this and always be changing it and fine-tuning it. You're always fine-tuning your dream and what you want, because you're experiencing things that you don't want and you're fine-tuning what you want. It becomes clearer. Therefore, your vibration is clearer, more specific, and your vibration, either it's more specific on the feeling or more specific on the desire. And the more specific it can get on the feeling or the desire or even the general sense, it does actually become more specific. It becomes more powerful, more intense, and you get a higher level of belief, which means it comes into your existence faster. So the first thing is you must have a chief aim. Chief aim means a primary focused goal when it comes to money. One of the keys of wanting things, if you go back of everything we talked about, it's you become what you think about most of the time. Which means if you really want things in your life, people always talk about a balanced life. You want a great relationship, you want great health, you want a great family, you want great social life, you want great intellectual stimulation, you want great emotions, you want great finances, you want a great career, you want to be fulfilled. Well, if you're thinking of all these things throughout the day, the question is, what are you thinking about most of the time? The answer is you're not focusing on anything. You're putting out so many different vibrations. All these vibrations are good, but none of them, therefore, can be very intense, very powerful, and none of them can be being broadcast out of your brain for a long duration. One of the secret keys that nobody will talk about, because they always talk about this balanced life, one of the secret keys we learned in society is that you become what you think about most of the time. And the key is, you can't live a balanced life. You must be focusing on a chief aim most of the time. If that's your health, that's your health. If that's your family, that's your family. If that's your finances, that's your finances. If it's your relationship, it's your relationship. If it's your intellectual pursuits, it's your intellectual pursuits. You become what you think about most of the time. Therefore, you must always have a chief aim. Some of you right now, if you were to look at the various areas of your life, you really have to ask yourself, what is your chief aim? Is it finances? Is it relationship? Is it health? Is it your spouse? Is it your career? Is it your intellectual pursuits? What is your chief aim? And the fact is, you can be broadcasting all those things, yes, but you must have a chief aim. This was taught to Napoleon Hill by Andrew Carnegie, and it's something that has been overlooked throughout history. Another way of putting it is, and this may sound negative, but it's true, you must be obsessed with what you want. Because that's the only way you can focus your broadcasting vibration. You must be obsessed with what you want. That's the only way you can continually clarify it, broadcast the vibration with power and intensity, and have the duration long enough to create it in your life. You must be obsessed. You get what you think about most of the time. So if you're putting the equal amounts of effort or equal amounts of thought across 20 different things, all those things will ultimately come into your life in varying levels and degrees. But if you want something to really come into your life fast, you must broadcast it virtually all the time, which means you must be thinking about it all the time, or most of the time. You become what you think about most of the time. You must have a burning desire. Remember Napoleon Hill? Define your goal, and later he called it define your chief aim. And he later said, define what you're going to be thinking about and what you want all the time. Define what you want and think about it all the time, and have a burning desire for its achievement. What's burning desire? Burning desire is massive obsession. You can't have a burning desire for something if you're not thinking about it all the time. Then you don't really have a burning desire for it. You need to be obsessed with it. You need to be talking about it, thinking about it, living it, breathing it, tasting it, touching it, anticipating it, as if it's already yours. You become what you think about most of the time. You need to define your chief aim and become obsessed with it and focus on it all the time. That's how you create it. Tiger Woods, greatest golfer that ever lived, is obsessed with golf since he was a little kid. He doesn't have a balanced life. If you look at all the great athletes, all the great musicians, all the great people in any area that have achieved greatness, they don't have balanced life. Now somebody said, well, I don't want that. I want a balanced life. That's fine. And that's very good. So you can make good money and have a good relationship and be happy and have a nice family life and have a nice social life and a nice church life and all these different things and have a wonderful balanced life. That's a good chief aim. Your chief aim could be, I want to have a balanced life. I want to be really balanced and enjoy so many different things in my life. That's perfect. If you want to make massive amounts of money or if you want to have this spectacular physique, or if you want to have the most brilliant relationship in the world, that has to be your chief aim. That means you're going to be a little bit unbalanced. You're going to be focused on and obsessed with that one thing, which is your chief aim. Chief aim is overlooked. Obsession is never talked about. But the fact is, you must have a magnificent obsession if that's something you really, really desire. In order to get something, you have to think about it all the time. You must define what you want and have a burning desire for its achievement, which means you're obsessed with it, which means you're thinking about it all the time and feeling good when you're thinking about it. And then feeling good throughout the day. Now, if you're thinking about it all the time and you're feeling good all the time because you're thinking about it all the time, and every time you're thinking about it, you're feeling good, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get exactly what you want with record speed. That's how it works. It isn't the actions or the activities, it's the vibration that will create the events, situations, people, and circumstances in your life that make it happen. And any actions you do working on your chief aim, you will categorically 100% be thrilled and enjoy that activity. If you're not enjoying the activity, that means you're not feeling good. That means you're thinking of the lack of it and you're doubting you'll get it, and you're not going to get it. Make sense? So first and foremost, you must be obsessed. When it comes to money, you must think about either A, a specific amount of money you want with no time limit attached, B, generally, that you want money to do certain things, to buy a new house, to get a down payment. I need an increase in cash to free me up. Or thirdly, a complete generalization of how money is going to make you feel, or how you want to feel in relation to money. I want to feel financially free. I want to feel financially secure. I want to have enough money so I feel completely empowered and to be able to do whatever I want, whenever I want. I want to have enough money to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and be free. So you're looking for a feeling. Either one of those three areas is how you define it. This makes sense. And you use the same technique. You think about what you want with power and intensity. You must feel good about when you think about your goal. And the techniques that'll help you think about it all the time are get pictures of what you want or what the money's going to give you. This is why a dream board is good. The dream book is good. Because if you want lots of money to do a lot of things, looking at all the things that you could achieve if money wasn't an object, looking at that on a regular basis will help remind you to think about money, 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 money. I'm bringing in money, and feeling the anticipation and exhilaration as if you already have it. You become what you think about all the time. Just looking at a picture over and over and over again and feeling good about looking at pictures of cars, jewelry, clothes, exotic locations you want to travel to, if money is your goal. Having pictures on the ceiling when you go to bed so you can see them right before you go to bed at night. On the mirror when you wake up. On your house. The actual process of creating those pictures and those images keeps you focused on it and gets you excited and allows you to broadcast from your brain. The visor in your car, in your office, on your computer, so that you're looking at these things all the time. Having your dream book written out and reading those dreams of what you want throughout the day causes you to focus. See, in the beginning, you're doing this because it's the conscious competence level. Going dream building allows you to focus on things. Constantly going out there in terms of money, dream building, looking at things, touching them, sitting in the car, feeling how you're going to feel when that car is yours, looking at homes, watching lifestyles of the rich and famous, the travel channel about luxury yachts or whatever. Start expanding. Now you may say, well, I'm watching luxury yachts, but I don't want one. Perfectly fine. But what you're saying is money is available. Other people are getting money. Your belief level goes up that it can happen by doing this process. This makes sense? So 99.9% about making millions, the success secret that they don't want you to know about is that it's all in the mind. This is what they the elite class, don't want you to know. The major secret is that you must have a burning desire, an obsession with making money. You must be thinking about making money all the time and feel good about it. And that's 99.9% of the secret of making money and becoming wealthy. When Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world, wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, when Andrew Carnegie taught this information to Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, the name of the book was entitled Think and Grow Rich. Not work hard and grow rich. Not you must be smart and grow rich. Not you must know the right people and grow rich. It was think and grow rich. Because what Andrew Carnegie, the richest man in the world, taught Napoleon Hill was it's all about thinking. If people who are rich work hard, they're not working. They are doing what they love. They're enjoying every step. Carnegie, for example, at the turn of the century, he built U.S. Steel. A lot of people don't know. He went to the office at 10 in the morning on a Monday. He would leave at 4 in the afternoon. They didn't have telephones, Blackberries, laptops. So he did his business from 10 to 4. He took a lunch, and he went home and he had dinner. Every night, all nights and weekends, he was not working. And in the summer, he took 3 months off and he went to Scotland. And he did no work, no phones, no telexes, no fax machines, no emails, no instant messaging, no cell phones. He was somebody who, quote, did not put in a lot of physical effort. But he became the richest man in the world because he understood the power, because he was a member of the Brotherhood, that 99.9% of success is created in the mind. When you put out that vibration, it attracts itself into its life and creates people, circumstances, events, and situations to give you exactly what you want. Now, if you believe that you have to work 7 days a week, 20 hours a day to become successful, guess what? Then it's true. Henry Ford said it this way, because he was also a member. He said, if you think you can or if you think you can't, either way you're correct. It's the thinking that makes it so. It's the thinking that makes it so. So if you believe and you're putting out, well, you can't be successful unless you work really hard, that's the vibration you're putting out, which means the universe is going to give back to you and put in your life circumstances, events, situations, and people which will prove that you must work hard and long hours in order to be successful. If you put out, I know that the law of attraction works and 99.9% of making money is just thoughts, therefore I don't have to work that hard. And if I do put in a lot of hours, it's only because I'm absolutely enjoying it and loving every minute of it, but it's not required, then the universe will put into your life circumstances, events, and situations and people which will prove that that's true. Does that make sense? It is the thinking that makes it so. So 99% about making money is this technique. We could end the seminar right here and go, hey, that's how you get rich. You basically define what you want, how much money you want, or a general amount of money you want, or a feeling about money. Focus on it all the time, become obsessed with it, get a burning desire for its achievement, and when you think about it, you feel great, you feel exhilaration and anticipation, like it's already in a box, it's already in a present, it's got your name on it, it's under the tree, and when Christmas comes, it's yours. You know it, no one's taking it away from you. It's there. You just do that, and you'll get all your dreams coming true when it comes to finances. That's the key. That is the magic. That's the secret. Isn't that interesting? Now, I'm going to give you a list of some things here